this video, I talk to you about my latest reads. Hey guys, I'm Sankalpita and you're watching Book Geeks India, which is a channel where I make book related videos. Now I'm pretty sure that as readers we can often relate to the fact that we don't read a single book at a time. And I believe I'm the champion of this case because I definitely cannot read one or two books at a time. I have to have at least 5 books which I'm reading simultaneously. And I thought, why not make a video of me talking about all my latest reads? Now laugh at me, judge me, but just don't kill me because I am currently reading 6 books. Yes, I'm reading 6 books at the moment, and most of these I'm slow reading because a lot of these are non-fiction. And because non-fiction is something I can only read very slowly, I have all these books piled with me. And in this video, let me tell you about all of these. Book number 1 is Dead to Her by Sarah Pinborough. Now this book tells us the story of 2 second wives. So there is this very rich and sophisticated society in Savannah, Georgia, and the elitist members of this society are very, very, very rich. Now in this society, we get to know the story of 2 second wives, Marcy and Keisha. Marcy is a woman who was working as a waitress and who had an illicit affair with this gentleman Jason, and now she is the second wife of Jason and the first wife is divorced. Until now, Marcy was the most beautiful and youngest member of this elite group, but now Keisha comes in. Keisha, who's more than a decade younger than Marcy and who's drop dead gorgeous. Now the situation would have been okay, but Marcy sees Jason and Keisha having a magnetic attraction, a magnetic pull towards each other, and that's where the entire twist comes in, the entire mystery builds up, the entire psychological quotient builds up. So this is a very interesting story until now. It's a 400-page book and I'm currently at page number 240 and I just cannot get to the end of the mystery. It sounds like a sinister read because it is kind of sinister, it is decadent, it is rich, sometimes it is obnoxiously rich, but I think that's the appeal of it, that's where the glamour comes in. So yeah, I would definitely say it's an indulgent read, but a mysterious one at that. The second book is Commando by Michael Bar Zohar and Nissim Mushal. If you remember my video about the Great Indian Festival Amazon sale, I had mentioned this book over there because I was so looking forward to reading this book, but somehow guys, I did not like the discounts as they happened this year, neither in Flipkart nor in Amazon. So I did not buy myself a lot of copies because I knew that there will be better offers in the future. So instead what I did was I saw that this book is available on Kindle Unlimited and I downloaded it, and this is like a really good read. I have just started it, like I'm just 8% or something in the book. I just keep forgetting, but yeah, I'm somewhere around that. This is a book which tells you the story of the 30 most deadliest and most boldest of all missions of the Israeli Defense Forces. It talks about a lot of battles, it also talks about a lot of raids in the enemy territory, and it also tells you how these forces kind of shaped the image of Israel in the whole world and also changed the course of major events in history. The third book I'm reading is a very, 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 I would say mind-boggling, I would say thought-provoking, I would say it is very, very profound. Not in the sense that it is spiritual or anything to do with philosophy, but this is a book that talks about something that is relevant to all of us. And by all of us, I mean every single person, because we all wear clothes. So this is Fashionopolis, the price of fast fashion and the future of clothes by Dana Thomas. Now I think I should make a separate video on this book because of the things that this book makes you understand like no one else, and I'm sure once you read it you will start looking at clothes in a altogether different manner, in a way that will change your fashion choices, that will change your buying tendencies. Now, for example, do you know that the clothing industry churns out 80 billion garments every year, and in a way it kind of employs every 6th person on this planet Earth. Now, historically, apparel trade is something that has always exploited labor, intellectual property, and also environment. But in the last 3 decades, in the wake of fast fashion, in the wake of technology, and also in the wake of globalization, this exploitation has multiplied many, many, many fold. To quote from the blurb, we have all been very casual about our clothes, but it's time now to get dressed with intention. And this is a book that makes you question your choices when it comes to fashion. And I think it's a book that you should be reading, definitely should be reading. I am about, I would say 35 or 40, again I keep forgetting. But yeah, I am close to 40% done in the book, and everything I've read so far, it has just broadened my horizons, given me so much knowledge. and also made me realize my fashion choices. Guys, the next book that I'm reading is Nonette by Sonali Tabade. This is from a fellow booktuber, Sonali. I'm sure a lot of you would know her already. If not, then I will put a link to her channel. Do check her out. Her channel is awesome and she always has the best of reading suggestions and recommendations. So check out her channel. Her channel's name is The Melodramatic Bookworm, and yeah, she's an absolute gem of a person too. So this is a collection of 9 short stories that the author has written, and the thing about this book, the striking thing about this book is that all of these stories are from different genres. So one of it is very emotional, one of it is scary, and they all talk about different characters, different perspectives, and they all have different flavors. So I am 3 stories in and I'm looking forward to the 4th story. Guys, the next book is one that has been sent to me by an author. So thank you, Mr. Prosenjit, for sending this book. This book is A Conflict in Thin Air. It is about the Sino-Indian War of 1962. Now, what I like about this book, it's a very detailed book, let me tell you that, because I take 1 hour to read this book and I'm like 10 or 12 pages done. That's it. Like, it's that detailed. So it's not a book for every person out there, but if you are somebody who's interested in history, or if you are somebody who's interested in politics or geopolitics or history, then this is a book that you should definitely be reading. And guys, the kind of research the author has done for this book, you can see there are pages after pages and pages after pages of bibliography, of index and references that the author has taken. He also gives you a list of additional reads that you might want to have a look at. So yeah, I am so loving this book. Now this book has so much knowledge, obviously I can't retain all of it. So what I do is I just highlight the parts that I'm reading and I think are worth retaining. Now the question that the author asks you is whether the Sino-Indian War of 1962 was an actual border dispute. He gives you an alternate theory, not exactly an alternate theory in the sense it's not a conspiracy theory, but what he suggests is that this concept, this dispute, has much more to do with the history of these nations going back to centuries. So he talks about the 3 nations, India, China and Tibet. He mostly talks about the power struggle between China and Tibet that has been around for centuries, and he gives you proof after proof after proof. So he quotes sources after sources, so that's how you know that there is some point in what he's suggesting. And the broader outlook of this book is that the war that happened was much more a result of the world views of the political leadership of these countries, India and China, than a question of a land dispute. So yeah, it's a very, very intriguing read and I am loving every single part of it. The next book is this one, 10 Rules of Successful Nations by Ruchir Sharma. I hope if you are a lover of non-fiction and also business, policy, economics and geopolitics, this is an author you must have definitely heard of. So this book has been adapted from his New York Times bestseller, which was The Rise and Fall of Nations. The author is the chief global strategist at Morgan Stanley Investment Management, and he's also a contributing opinion writer at the New York Times. So he has written a couple of international bestsellers, and this book is a short adaptation from his best-selling book, like I told you. And what this book actually tells is that it gives you 10 parameters or factors or rules that makes nation successful. So for somebody like me who loves economics, who loves business and who comes from a business background in terms of education, so I'm definitely loving this. So this is like a 250-page book and I've just about started reading it, but I am pretty hopeful I will be able to finish it by the end of November because I am taking it very, very slow. And yes, if you're somebody who loves economy, business, politics, geopolitics, you should be getting this book. So that's it from me in this video, guys. These are all the books that I'm reading currently, and I would love to know what are you reading currently, and are you somebody like me who loves to shuffle between books and somebody who reads multiple books at a time, or are you a disciplined reader who sticks to one book, finishes it and then moves on to the second one? So let me know all about it in the comments below, and thank you so much again for watching this video. In case you want to check out these books, I would put the link down below in the description box, and please, if you are ever buying from Amazon, do consider buying through my affiliate link. You do not have to pay anything extra, but I do get a small commission from Amazon. And that's it from me in this video, guys. Until the next video, which will be pretty soon. Bye.